It's time we start worshipping environment. It's like our soul, breath, water, soil, without which human race will perish. But we are still ignoring all the major alarms that the environment is ringing for us. Please listen to these alarms. The first of this alarm is carbon dioxide. The levels on the global level are as high as these were 1.4 million years ago. Global warming has witnessed a rapid increase. World has yet not responded collectively. Our waste disposal is like a major, never-ending or never-healing wound. 1.3 billion tons of food is wasted in the world, which is one of the major causes of emissions of greenhouse gases and biodiversity losses. National Geographic has surveyed that 91% of all the plastic cannot be recycled. Plastic takes 400 years to decompose. So imagine what will happen on our universe because of this plastic. Deforestation and forest fires are also rapidly increasing, which is a major blow to our environment. Air pollution, water pollution, noise pollution, soil erosion, all are major alarms devastating our environment. To add just few more, increasing population, fossil fuel consumption, massive industrialization, rapid consumerism, depletion of natural resources are many more alarms. Wake up. The universe is very, very badly affected by the environment, and although every species lives on this earth, yet it is the human beings who have done the greatest damage to the entire universe and its existence. Animals or any other species have done nothing for us to say that this much part has been destroyed by the animals or any other species. It's just the human beings. This topic on which we'll discuss the global environment and its present status. For this, I have invited Professor R K Kohli, who is the Vice Chancellor of Amity University, and since he was a botanist and a great scientist, so he really knows what's happening on the environment. It's time for us to learn. Dr. Sahab, welcome. What's your perspective of the danger of on the earth about the environment?
It was perhaps in 1970
Ji.
or 71, first time the world over, during the elections in Sweden,
Okay.
the issue of environmental protection, environmental conservation, dangers from environment was cropped in during the political contests for elections.
That late?
Yes. That was, before that, nobody ever thought of that
there is
much
something
danger.
called environment and there is some danger lurking around.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So there were four parties. All those parties, they claimed that we will create a better environment. The problem with them was that it is Switzerland, like, is very beautiful.
Yeah.
And
Switzerland, but you said Sweden.
Sweden, Switzerland, these areas.
These areas, most of these,
Scandinavian
these
areas.
countries are beautiful, yes.
And there was a feeling in the residents that so many people, tourists, come here. They come here, they litter here, they spoil the area, they waste the resources, and they go back.
Okay, perception.
Yes. So they said that we will do something so that our country, our land, our immediate environment is safe and sound.
Not affected.
It was from there that United Nations took this clue. Okay. It is not a single country. If they make it their surrounding good and conserve it, others will spoil it.
Yeah.
Like if we in India we are careful, our neighbors
They may.
they may.
They may.
So political boundaries are not considered by the animals or by air or by
Yes.
water.
Yes.
It is only the man.
It's only the human race.
So there they organize one Stockholm conference in which 174 nations they participated.
Okay.
And it was realized that there are around 7 or 8 major issues, mega issues.
Achha, and this happened somewhere in late 70s.
No, 72 conference was there.
Okay.
The outcome of the conference was that the world itself, they should revisit on this issue every 10 years.
Okay. 10 years was perhaps too
No,
long.
But
They kept.
they
Or maybe they didn't realize the danger
No,
so close.
The thing is, they realize that it is the sovereign right of all the countries to manage their own country, and we can't dictate any term to anybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
One thing outcome was that United Nations Environmental Program was initiated.
At least that got started.
Yes, UNEP, and this was a advisory body.
Nature was advisory. Okay.
Yes, nature was advisory, and it was realized that every 10 years we will organize
revisit on this issue.
and we will visit every aspect.
Ji.
And some of these may be binding, some of these may be just advisory, and there were 8 issues. There are some issues which are just local.
Okay. Like,
water body is polluted.
Okay.
So this water body is a small area, which we will remove the water and add new water. Or air is polluted. Like in Delhi, the air is polluted today. And there is a lot of hue and cry. Schools have been, closed for some time.
Yeah.
That area is polluted. We in Chandigarh are safe. So it is a local issue. Pollution and these things. But the thing is, when I used to teach in Punjab University Environment Science Department, and I used to tell them, there are issues which are not that burning. They do affect. Delhiites, they get affected from that polluted air. But that is controllable.
Okay.
There are issues which are not controllable so long as we all take decisions together and we commit ourselves.
Which are those issues you think of?
I'll come to it. See, as per UNEP, United Nations Environment Program, they listed 8 issues. Of these 8 issues, one is protection of environment. Protection of atmosphere.
Atmosphere. Okay.
In this atmosphere, they take into consideration pollution, air pollution. They take into consideration the climate change, global warming, such issues. And this is a mega issue.
Okay.
Ozone depletion is also taken into it.
Mega issue.
So long as all the countries, they don't join hands together and make a commitment.
No one country can save it.
Even if some country saves it, the others don't, again the problem will stay.
It will stay.
Second, they say, is protection of fresh water.
Okay. By fresh water, the definition?
Fresh water is, which is surface water, through these rains that comes down. One is marine water, which is salty.
Okay.
We can't consume it. Fresh water is what we need it.
We need also, we can consume also.
Yes.
And yes. Is it only rainwater, or is it also the water that comes from, say, the rivers or the...
No, that also, rivers, the water in the mountains that forms, that condenses and forms snow. Snow melts and river water comes. This is all fresh water.
So the snow also comes, gets formed with rainwater.
See, rain is also there. Rainwater is there because it is a condensation of water molecules.
Okay.
Even fog, mist, dew, snow, these are all condensed water.
It's a collective thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Collective thing, and when the snow melts, water through the streams, they come down to the rivers and goes towards the ocean.
Okay.
It is the fresh water which we need.
Okay. So this is the second mega issue.
This is the second mega issue.
Okay.
Third mega issue is protection of ocean.
Okay.
Oceans are polluted now. We are not bothered about it so long as we get affected.
Okay.
And people who are living on the shores of these oceans, like we are the biggest peninsula, 3 sides it is ocean. The people who are living in that area, they are very much affected.
Okay. Like what?
Like, all the heavy metals from the river, they goes down, they get collected there. Sometimes the water that comes to the river is so dirty, so bad, that cannot be consumed.
Okay.
The water that in India that starts from glaciers, this Gangotri, etc., that is pure water. You can drink as much as you want, nothing will happen, no bacteria, no heavy metal, nothing of the sort. As it goes
as
down,
it travels down the line,
yes,
it's the humans who add all this to that.
You are perfectly right.
And destroy the rivers.
You are perfectly right.
Achha, okay, this is the third.
So there, in water pollution, it is still more dangerous compared to air pollution. Why? Because the pollutants that pollute, they stay in water, and they keep on adding. The pollutants keep on adding, and the fishes or water, bodies, whosoever is there, they drink that water. Those heavy metal, they get consumed in that. They stay in the body. That keeps on adding.
Yeah, yeah.
And when human eats this fish, freshwater fish,
all those go to human beings. And if they drink that water, that also goes to them.
So we call it biological magnification. It keeps on magnifying.
So how does the ocean gets affected?
Ocean gets affected because all the pollutants from the fresh water, the streams that come to the ocean, they get affected.
They bring it there. And also
people living around nearby, they also affect the ocean. Tourists, they also affect the
and the ships, I think.
Ships. Major role is played by the ships.
Ships.
Yes.
Okay.
But the issue is that ship is a trade for trade. The point is that in majority of the countries, people ignore those issues. Shipyards, wherever they remove, dismantle.
They park or dismantle or.
So oil spills.
Oil spills.
These are issues, and a lot of productivity is from the ocean.
Yes, Dr. Saab, the oil spills have destroyed most of the coral in Australia and in those areas. I mean, centuries old corals have been destroyed.
Yes.
And that is the story almost in each coastal area.
Yes.
So this is how the ocean gets affected. So these are 4 mega issues.
And the next is soil.
Okay.
Most important is the soil. Soil is the upper fertile crust.
That is about 6 inches?
Yes, it varies. But if the soil is poor, nothing can grow in it. So we have to conserve soil. I always say in India, we need to conserve only 2 things. One, the soil, other the water. See, water, the quantity of water is going to be same. Not even a drop can increase, not even a drop can decrease.
Oh, really?
Biogeochemical
it cannot decrease?
Yes, it cannot decrease. Water is water, whether it is in the body of man or animal or in plants or open or in the air, wherever it is.
It's the same.
It is the same. The total amount
and would remain the same.
Yes.
Then why do we discuss the issue that there is going to be scarcity of water?
Scarcity is of pure water.
Drinking water.
Potable water, consumable water. Water, if it is polluted, is of no use to us.
Okay.
Like in ocean, there is so much of water, it is not used.
It is not of use.
So long as we desalinate it. So, soil and water.
2 things.
If we conserve these 2 things, we can never be poor.
Doctor, so how can soil gets affected how?
See,
adversely.
See, today also there was a discussion in the university. Our soil, in Indian soil, is not very fertile.
Okay.
As fertile as in Europe or in Canada or in America.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I thought Europe, the kind of weather it has,
Weather
where is
is a
the
different
fertility?
story. Weather is a different story. Soil is different.
Then why don't they grow a lot of food?
Why do?
Why don't they grow a lot of food? Most of the Europe doesn't grow great food.
No. See, food is not a scarcity in abroad.
Okay.
It is with us. With us, we say it is scarcity because the number of mouths are more.
Yes.
That is why it is
population.
Scarce. But that also, we can be self-sufficient if our system governs better. See, when I was DUI in Punjab University, one of the press people, he asked me, Dr. Kohli, if you are to take rebirth, God says, okay, you tell me where you want to reborn. I said, India. He said, why India? India mein kya hai? I said, India is such a nice place, such a nice country. So rich it is. See the sunshine that we have. Nobody can match us. The ice, these glaciers, ice melts through the network of river it goes. We have plenty of water. We have 329 million hectares of arable land where the plants can grow. We have human power, mental power, which is the best in the world. You anytime you see.
But we also have the best of the or the worst of the population.
I treat population as a strength.
But if it is unskilled, unemployable,
and
if it is as ignorant as it is today.
I will come to this point because I am just trying to make a base of my argument.
Okay.
My argument is that we are good in a resource.
We just need soil and we need
the human population, it is a strength.
If it is usable.
If it is usable, you look at people in America, all the doctors, 1/3 of the doctors are Indians. And they are managing the whole health sector there. Scientists, around 33% scientists are Indians.
But all this is of no value, the kind of environment we have today.
See.
That's the question.
Yeah, the environment you are talking is different. I am talking of the management. We lack in management. We may be very good. We have our ethics, but in management we are not good. Unemployment is an issue. Those who are better, they are accepted anywhere in the world they go. Life is only once. Everybody feels that, oh, I have to excel. Let me go out.
So how is the environment playing the role? That's the moot question.
Moot question because the farmers who are growing these crops, they are not getting adequate amount of produce. The same amount of inputs that we put more inputs than people
in the Western countries.
The ratio of input to output is poor.
Okay, so we come back to the fourth mega issue
one was
of the environment.
Soil. Then they said that we have to conserve the forests.
Okay, that's the fifth one.
Yes, forests we have to conserve because with the forests, the biodiversity will stay.
Okay.
If the forests are gone, even our agriculture will be gone.
Yeah.
The rate of desertification in India is perhaps very high. This spoils the productivity, and lot many farmers, they do not get the produce of adequate amount.
Doctor, there is a little digression. My question to you is that I read about certain, I think the country is Israel or maybe some country nearby,
Israel,
where they have preserved flood waters. What I saw it on some documentary, where they showed that they have made huge tanks under the earth, which are about 20 meter, 30 meter, and on the whole thing has been constructed on pillars, and they hold all the rainwater in those
Yes.
and use it when they need it. So why India could not do that? Like
Again,
look at our east, northeast. Every time so many people die, so much crop is destroyed. Why couldn't we preserve that water and store that water?
see, what you have said is exactly what I mean to say,
Hmm.
that our management is poor.
Or maybe
Ne-
this has not been discussed enough.
No, people know it. You know, when you could see it, you are
For
not
me,
that.
this was revelation.
Yes,
When I saw the documentary, for me it was revelation. Oh, the water can be stored in such a manner.
every year,
Hmm.
post monsoon or during monsoon,
Hmm.
there are floods,
Hmm.
and those areas
That's what I'm
devastated.
saying. Those areas which are prone to flooding should
Government
just
has
build all the. I mean, this should be like any plan that they keep on having. Each state has plans, center has plans. So why can't they plan this?
the urban planning,
Hmm.
rural planning, this component is missing
Hmm.
from the planning itself.
Hmm. So you
And
think
government
that
says,
preserving or storing water
yes, it is a very
could.
precious resource, fresh
Okay,
water.
so we've discussed 6 of them. Then what
See,
was the 7th and 8th?
yes, forests is there,
Forest we've discussed.
desertification is also
Yeah.
component. Then they say that we need to take care of toxic wastes.
Okay.
Toxic material, you go to market,
Hmm.
you know, these corporate sectors, whosoever they are branding their products,
Hmm.
you do not know what are the toxins added into it. And I should not be naming any brand.
Hmm.
It is going to go offline.
Hmm.
Uh, they don't tell what is there in it.
Is it purposely hidden?
Yes.
Hmm.
You know, if I am honest,
Hmm.
I am transparent.
Hmm. Which they are
If
not.
I am not, I'll try to hide.
So these are one type of toxins, but there are toxins almost in so many products that we use.
It is not only those products.
In many others.
In many other forms, toxins are there. They say that the waste that you accumulate, you know, all these, the containers and all these things, we throw it. Municipal corporation, it is their job to remove
pick it up, but
we don't have that sense that we have to keep our surroundings clean. We shift our responsibility on others, and we say that government has to do it, that they will do it. We pay taxes, government has to do it.
That lack of awareness among the masses in
And
any poor country, any
yes,
poor or developing country.
yes,
So most of Asia you can include in it. Most of
yes,
Asia.
yes, you are right. And last but not the least, there are so many issues, but those 8, the 8th one was human health. Do everything and anything that supports health of man. So all these 8 issues, they say that these are universal for all.
Okay.
We should.
But I would find almost all countries culprits in it because if you talk of health, there should be no drugs, there should be no tobacco. But look at certain richest countries of the world who are rather helping them to be distributed, sold. There are lobbies all over the world for everything.
You are right. You are
So the
right.
culprits are.
By and large, it is all that you said is correct. But there are countries like Singapore.
So one small country would not make much difference if the bigger countries are not
Scandinavian countries, they are very strict
but
on these issues. Australia, New Zealand is very strict. They will not, allow any foreign,
material.
biological material. And one more very strong issue that is coming out, and I am raising the voice very forcefully, that the invasion of these biological organisms should be stopped. They are going to devastate our forests. They are going to bring in more of deserts, and they are going to change the ecology of the whole area.
But the national issue of our corruption would hardly, doesn't make me very hopeful. So, ladies and gentlemen, those who are watching this, I just wish and pray that we all wake up and start looking into these 8 mega issues that Dr. Kohli has just spelled before you. So, let's do our own contribution what we can. Thank you so much.